Hello guys, in this video I'm going to show you how you can be able to make your Telegram AI agent receive voice input instead of only text. In my last video, I created a calendar AI agent that receives only text message as input, but I'm going to be able to show you how you can add voice functionality to that. Just follow my step-by-step guide and then you can be able to do it even if you're a beginner. Okay, so this is the calendar AI agent. Currently, it only receives input to text. So if you say, for instance, if I say hi, and then I execute workflow, it's going to understand. So it's going to respond to me, hello, how can I assist you today? So let me just say, hello, can you get me? And then if I execute workflow, we are going to have errors. So you see, because the agent does not understand voice. So let's get started. So first of all, let's disconnect this Telegram trigger from the AI agent. So now let's click this plus icon and add a switch node. The reason why we are adding a switch node is because we are going to create two paths. The one is the voice path, and then the other one is the text path. In other words, if somebody sends a message on Telegram to the AI agent, the AI agent is the switch node is going to be able to determine if it is a voice or if it is a text. If it is a voice, it's going to say, okay, go through this route. Or if it is a text, go through this route. So that's why we are adding a switch node. So let's configure the voice path first. Yeah, so what we are going to do is we want a voice file. So let's click execute workflow. And then go on the Telegram trigger, and then record the voice. Hello, just testing. Whatever you want to say, you can say it. And then now the switch node has received this voice file. So let's scroll to voice. You see there is voice here, and then there's file ID. So let's click and drag it to value 1. And now we have a voice file ID. And then the function says is equal to, let's change it to string exists. So we are saying if voice file exists. Let's rename the output to voice, and then that's it for now, right? So we've added the switch node to recognize voice. So let's make sure it's not connected. Okay, so let's see for progress. So our next step is going to be to download this file from Telegram. So let's click this plus icon again and then search Telegram. And then let's look for get a file. That means to download the file, the voice file. And then we'll click get a file. And then everything has been configured. The only thing that we need to add is our file ID. So we go to the same voice and then look for file ID again and then drag. And then you need to make sure that this download is checked. If it is unchecked, you're not going to be able to download the voice file ID in binary. So let me just uncheck it and show you. So if it is unchecked and then you click execute workflow, it is going to work, no error, but you can see there is schema, there is table, there is JSON, but there is no binary file. So, but if we check the download and then click execute workflow, now we have 4, we have schema, we have table, we have JSON, and what we need here is actually the binary file, which comes in as data, right? And so yes, we've downloaded the file. Oh, sorry. Let me just organize it a little bit. Okay, so we've downloaded the file as a binary file, as a voice file, but the agent still doesn't understand this voice file. It only understands text. So what we want to do is we want to download and transcribe it. So what we are going to do is transcribe it now. So we click the plus again. This time we search for OpenAI because OpenAI has a transcribe function. So we click OpenAI and then we look for transcribe a recording. And then click transcribe a recording. And then if you click execute step, so you see it has transcribed the text, even though it did not get me correctly. So that is why it is transcribing it as a different language. But what is important is it comes out as text, right? So now this is what we are going to connect to the agent. Let's see for progress. So now let me just tidy this thing up. Our last configuration for the voice is we are going to click on the AI agent, and then currently the prompt or user message is json.message.text, but we don't want it. We want this text instead. So let's delete it and then drag this from the transcribe a recording node, and then we drag, and then it is just json.text. So now we've configured this part, but we also want the agents to be able to understand text. So in other words, not only this voice path, we need a text path, right? So currently, if you go to the switch node, only one rule, the voice rule. Now we need to add another routing rule. So this time we look for our chat. There is no text because, so let's test it, or let's send a test file. So we can just say hello and then click execute workflow. And then if we go, you can see now we have on the chat, we have hello. So we can just grab and drag this text filter value 1 again, as we did with the voice. And then do the same thing, change from to exist. And then rename the output to text. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to add a set node. A set node is actually a data transformation node that is going to clean up the data. So what we are going to do is we click this plus and then type set, and then click edit set field. And then currently there are no rules, there are no fields to set. So we click add field and then we name it text. And we look for our text, which is hello, and then click and drag. And then we can click execute workflow, execute step, sorry. And then now it comes out as text, which is hello. And then we can go to the agents now and then connect this directly to the agent. So now the agent understands both text and voice. Let's just test it to see if it is working. Let's save for progress. So now if we go to our agent and then, hello, please create for me a calendar event for this Sunday to go to the beach at 6:30 a.m. in the morning. And then let me click execute workflow. So as you can see, it uses this route, this voice route. You see the text field is empty, but the voice field has been used. So let's just look at the response. It says, I've created a calendar event for you to go to the beach this Sunday at 6:30 a.m. If you need any more assistance, feel free to ask. So let's just check to see if it's actually did that. So you see, on Sunday, go to the beach 6:30 to 7:30. So it is. So it has created the event, right? So let me just say, please create an event for me to visit a friend tomorrow at 2 p.m. Then if you click execute workflow, as you can see, it does not use this voice route. It actually uses this text route. So it says, I have created a calendar event for you to visit a friend tomorrow at 2 p.m. So let's check if it actually did that. So you see, visit a friend at 2 p.m. So it has actually created it. So it now understands text and it now understands voice.